Hello everyone, my name is Shane, and in this video we're going to be checking out the official case lineup for the Galaxy S26 Ultra. These cases are all available at the time of this video, so I'll have some links to them in the description if you want to check them out for yourself. The prices range from $30 to $80. Starting with the clear case, this one comes in at $30. Inside the box we have a lot of paperwork, some packaging, and the case itself. As expected, a very thin plastic protective cover. This basically is really just keep your phone from getting scratched up. We do still have a decent enough amount of camera protection here. Cutouts look good for our microphone at the top. We have an open bottom design here. I know not everybody's wild about that. However, I personally don't mind it because then every time I'm using the swipe gestures at the bottom of my phone, I'm not rubbing up against the case. And this should mean no issues plugging in oversized Type-C cables. Yep, no issues there getting a charge. And also easy access to the SIM tray at the bottom, so I guess there's pros and cons. But of course, also have our S Pen slot here. Looks like this is perfectly accessible. We also have some plastic buttons on the side here. A little bit of click to these, but a nice feel on the buttons. Looking at this from the front and just getting a feel for it overall, it really doesn't even feel like you have much of a case on this phone. They were able to slim down the Ultra this year a little bit, so I think that'll also help when adding a case to it to not have it feel as thick and bulky. As far as lip protection, I would say this is the bare minimum amount. I would say definitely get a screen protector if you're going to be wanting some protection. I would not be comfortable putting this on the table. Now, this is the only case in the lineup that does not have magnetic backing, but we still should be able to wireless charge, so we'll just go ahead and do a test. Looks like wireless charging, working no problem. Now, let's see if I can go ahead, plug my gaming controller into this with this case on. Looks like a very clean connection here with this case, nothing scratching up against the phone. So I love when I'm able to play my games and just keep my case on here, just grab a controller, plug it in quick, and play a couple games. It just saves a couple minutes of taking my case on and off all the time. This case is coming in at 18 grams, so it's really adding just the bare minimum amount of weight and bulk, keeps this phone slimmed down. But now let's move on to the magnetic cases. So now we have the clear magnet case. This one comes in at $50. So now you can take something like Samsung's new 25-watt wireless charger that connects there. See, we have our charge, super fast wireless charging started. So I know this one's coming in more than that first clear case, but having the magnet and the utility of that is honestly well worth it. For example, can always just take a wallet too, put that on there. Something you'll need to keep in mind with this generation especially is that you're not going to be getting an accessory that would hit up against your camera bump here that is super close to this. So some products have this in mind. For example, this is a Spigen wallet. I'll have it linked in the description if you're interested in checking it out, but you can see it has the proper cutout there to be able to not interfere with the camera module. And here's a couple other Spigen accessories. You can see here that most of my stuff still does fit, even though it does look very close there. Another ring that can turn into a stand. We do still have some gap there. One example of something that won't work as well is this magnetic wireless power bank here. So you can see it does still connect, but I'm going to have to use it slanted like this because if I bring it down a bit, you can see it loses its connection. So really this is the only range that I can have it connected, and it just is an awkward experience with something this chunky that you can't have it straight on with the phone. Now there's also a solution to this actually. Samsung just came out with a magnetic power bank that will account for this, but I wasn't able to get my hands on it before the time of this video coming out. But if that is available when you're watching this video, I'll also have that linked, since you definitely need the right accessories to take advantage of the magnets on these cases. But overall, really liking this clear magnet case, good grip, good feel, show off the color of your phone. Obviously the magnet utility, a really slim case here. Again, if you're just looking for the most minimal case option while also getting some utility. Next up, we have the silicone magnet case. This one comes in at $55, comes in 6 different colors to match each of the 6 colors of the phone that's available. I got the black color since I have the black S26 Ultra coming in for my personal device that I ordered. Samsung also provided a gray silicone case for me, so I've already been using this for a couple of days. But let's also check out the black color. So we now have a case here with, I would say, some actual protection. You can see we have plenty of lip protection here. So on the table, no problem with this one. A little bit more on the edges here for a little bit more of shock protection. It definitely feels more of an actual case compared to those first two clear case options. We also have a complete covering on the bottom here as far as our S Pen. Looks like we can still access that perfectly fine. Cutouts for our microphones look good on this. We also have some silicone buttons here. Once again, we have access to the magnetic charging here. No problem with that. It's coming in at 38 grams, so still really not adding that much weight to the phone at all. And considering it has the magnet in it, I would say Samsung has done a pretty good job with this case of keeping it lightweight and slim enough while still offering what feels like a good amount of protection. And also very good grip on this case. I'm also still able to fit my gaming controller in here with the case on. So again, super nice to just be able to pop this on and off at a moment's notice. Let's check our oversized Type-C charger, see if that fits. Looks like it fits perfectly fine and not flexing up on the case or anything. Have our charge. I think we're going to continue having this connectivity issue with some accessories on the market, but if you want to use that wallet that I showed earlier, you can see that fits there perfectly fine. And things like the official Samsung charger fit no problem. But overall, really liking this silicone case initially. Good feel, the bottom protection, and really easy to take this on and off. And here's a quick look at the gray color if you're interested in potentially getting that one. Got the Samsung branding at the bottom here. The magnetic ring has a bit of a plastic feel to it on this, but the rest is silicone. And I've personally really enjoyed the look and feel of this gray one using it the last couple of days. Next up, the one I'm most interested in, the slim magnet case. This one comes in at $70 and comes in 4 different colors. I have the black color here. This is just a slim plastic case with the magnetic ring in it, but what I'm most interested in is how much does this weigh since it is a slim case. It is nearly matching the weight of that first clear case while still having the magnet in it, so this is just a pure light case in mind. Let's go ahead, try this slim magnet case. This one has a nice grip in the hand, a good look to it, a very slim case again, similar to those initial clear cases. We are once again reverting back to this open bottom design, but again on this one, looks like we have sufficient camera protection, have some plastic buttons on this. As far as a wobble test on this one, still going to have some wobbling here, but it's manageable. As far as the lip, similar to the clear cases, maybe there's just enough lip, but I really wouldn't trust it with this case. This is just designed to be the bare minimum and give you that magnet. Once again here, let's check our magnetic connections. That looks perfectly fine. We definitely have enough gap here. Let's go ahead and check out that wallet from before. That also fits on there perfectly fine. The power bank from Anker, that's going to be a problem again. This is the only way that I'm able to have it connected. This one's able to fit my controller, so I can go ahead and play my games. Really nice feeling on the buttons on this one, even though it's plastic. To be honest, I'm not sure why this case is the price it is. It is just a very thin plastic case. I guess some price had to go into the design of it, perhaps. But it does feel pretty pricey considering what you're getting here. Even though it has a really good feel, good magnetic connection, it's just definitely lacking in the protection area. Again, it's just the very bare minimum case, but I do like the feel of it the most out of all the cases so far. And last but not least, we have the rugged magnet case. This one comes in at $80. We have some extra shock absorption going on in the edges here. We have this ridge design on the inside here. Have the closed bottom on this one. Let's go ahead, pop it on. This one is definitely providing the most grip, most protection. I would say it still is on the slimmer side for a Samsung rugged case. I would say we have just enough lip protection, not a ton, but I would say in all other areas, you're definitely going to be covered. Really good feeling edges on this. Still look to have plenty of access to the S Pen here, so that's no issue. We have the closed design here on the bottom. You can see through the case a little bit, which is nice. And again, all plastic hardware on this one for the camera protection there and the buttons. We do have the extra little ridge here for the rugged case. A really nice feel on this. Let's check our wireless charge. Have our icon there, we're charging up, and I'm still able to fit this into my gaming controller. Super happy about this actually with this rugged case in mind. It's a little thicker on the borders, but I can still plug it into my Type-C controller. So this is the first year in a while I'm actually liking the rugged case the most. We have a nice feel on the edges here. I'm not sure what they did with the plastic, but it has a nice feel in the hand. It still has a pretty lightweight feel to it considering how large the phone is. You're going to be getting the most protection. You still have good magnets on the back. back. And this one also super easy to take on and off. Really liking the rugged case initially. Now there are still a couple other official case options for this S26 Ultra this year, but they weren't available in the US for whatever reason. But there is also a carbon case that I'm very interested in. It has the magnetic backing as well. But overall, liking all the cases that Samsung has to offer for the S26 Ultra. I think my overall go-to recommendation is actually the silicone magnet case, just because it's coming in at what is the most reasonable price of them all. You still have the magnet, a really good feel in the hand. But if you're willing to spend the money or use the Samsung credits on it, then I would definitely also consider the rugged magnet case. This one has also a really good feel in the hand, a little more peace of mind. But I'll be curious to hear your thoughts on the official S26 Ultra case lineup in the comments below. If you want to see these cases on the base S26 and S26 Plus, then be sure to check out my unboxing and first impressions video. That's where I have all those cases. Be sure to give a like on your way out, and thanks so much for watching. Take care.